Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your June 2020 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Taurus. And before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment if anything resonates. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram at Onyx Healing, and you're also welcome to go to onyxhealing.com if you would like to see more good stuff from me. And I'm going to lay this out, and then we will get started. Yes, I know these readings are smaller, and no, I'm not doing a timeline this month. I just need to pull back my energy on the June readings temporarily, and then we'll be back to normal next month, so I hope you don't mind. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into the oracle cards for you first. We have competition, summon courage, and self-confidence. Ooh, okay, so this is like being in competition with your former self, right? If you're like at the brink of something, it's about pushing yourself further, like go a little bit harder, and not necessarily in terms of how much energy you're exerting. That might not actually be what you're doing. For some of you, yes, for others, no. This might just be something where you're pushing yourself to do things that you're normally not necessarily good at, or maybe you're trying to reach a new goal or do something in a different way. Think a little bit more abstractly with the idea of competition. It is not a bad thing at all, and you might just be in the process of pushing yourself in terms of what you're doing energetically, when it comes to your health, when it comes to money, when it comes to all sorts of stuff. And then we have mount your mission. Again, like there's something here that you're pushing, that you're doing, there's a lot of purpose behind this. So ask yourself, like, what do my desires say? What do my goals say? What is the longing here? What is the push? What's the mission? What's the goal? What are your values? Because I also like to remind people this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with like a superficial definition of success. If your sense of success is happiness and fulfillment, it might just be committing to that element of life. And then we have maintenance. The earthly realm begs your devoted attention. Explore self-care rituals to unlock your next level. Yep, that's it. Be willing to find an enjoyable way to do mundane tasks. So, like I said, the energetic piece might be where you're pushing yourself. It might not have anything to do with the physical world or how much energy you're expending. It could just be doing things in a new way. It might just be that simple. Okay, the central energy for you this month is the Nine of Cups. Wishes fulfilled, dreams coming true, things happening for the highest good. This is like you can count on blessings. That's the main thing that I'm getting here, is you can count on things being good. You can count on things being fulfilling. Like, put some eggs in the optimism basket. Like, that's what this is asking you to do. We walk around all day trying to plan for tragedies and dress rehearse, you know, all of the stuff that could potentially go wrong. And it's like, you want to siphon some of that energy off. It's like, yes, be practical, be proactive, do the reasonable thing. And in the same breath, like, shoot for the moon, expect things to go well, expect things to exceed your expectations. And that's the vibe here. What you have shifting out is the Six of Cups, reciprocity. This is showing up as connections, maybe meaningful people in some capacity. My gut, my intuitive hit, the read that I'm getting on this is that it has to do with important people that are in your space now. So these people have already arisen, or they've shown themselves, or maybe someone that has already been in your network is actually showing to be more supportive, more influential, more important than they may have been previously. But there's something about the connections, or whoever is in your space, whoever showed up recently, or whoever you're feeling really called to work with or become friends with or anything of the sort, that type of kind of cosmic relationship connection is what's shining through. So you might find that there's a lot of opportunities through your network or meaningful relationships that are really, really showing themselves and revealing themselves. There's a lot of that going on here. And then the oncoming energy is the Three of Wands. So I like this because it is about vision and foresight. Like, what is it that you're mapping out for yourself? Like, what are you building? It's the energy to actually create the plans. Like, okay, you have the vision, you're looking off in the distance. Like, okay, this is my plot of land energetically. What am I going to plant here? And moving into planting mode. So there is the core element of June is that you need to get your energy right. That needs to be the main thing that you're addressing. When you get your energy right, as you're taking aligned actions, that's where things get better and better and better, easier and easier and easier. And then we have the Three of Swords is what you need to know about this month. I'm going to clarify this. King of Knives. There's something about breaking away from, I hate to say it again, but doing things that haven't been done, like doing things in a new way or pushing yourself in ways that you haven't before. I think the majority of us are used to pushing ourselves in terms of like work harder. I think that's absurd because that's not scalable. So instead, look at things like approach, look at things like energetics, look at things like taking inventory, taking stock of what does and doesn't work, letting go of things that are not working, that are not functional. For some of you, yes, this might be like a relationship transition because this is a soulmate card, this is a grief card, right? If you put these two things together, then yes, there is a possibility that some of you are evolving out of a relationship, but that's not universally true because this is a general reading. But bear in mind, the Nine of Cups is saying expect better and better and better and better, more and more and more. Expect good things. Having the Three of Swords really doesn't scare me for you because I'm getting that this is all in the service of your mission, of your vision, of your desires, of the things that you're aiming to create in this life. And if you trust that, then you're going to be in good shape. If you hold that back, if you ignore that, if you hold yourself back from what you truly desire or what you see for the future, right, whatever your plans are, and you are holding on to things that may be comfortable but aren't necessarily helping you rise to the occasion, then discomfort is not far behind. Because that's how we get our soul to grow, is more and more discomfort until it finally pushes us out of our comfort zone. And there's a little pop here that's happening with the Three of Swords and the King of Swords, because it's, you've got to let go, like let the old version die in order to rise up into the highest expression of how you're stepping into the world and taking action and all of that stuff. Okay, now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna pull one card, but this is kind of like a free play card. So if you want to ask a question, if you want to ask for guidance, you can do that now. Pause the video if you need more time. Otherwise, this is just a general answer to whatever's on your mind or your heart. Let's see. Three of Pentacles. I'm getting reorganization. I am getting new strategies. I'm getting like practical solutions. Work smart, not hard. That is like the big theme that I cannot stress enough. And I have to be careful when I'm saying like, oh yeah, pushing yourself beyond what you would normally do. The Taurus energy might, go overboard with how intensely you're making that happen. So the Three of Pentacles is more about practicality, especially with the birds. Birds are notorious for or I don't know if this is a crow or a raven, but ravens are really, really, really smart. They're good problem solvers. So it's about how you're structuring things, how you're organizing things, how you're implementing things, more about strategic aligned action. It's not about anything more complicated than that. So don't get wrapped up in overexertion. Don't feed into needing to overfunction, right? Stay away from the overcorrection when it comes to that, and just stick to practical, reasonable, like that strategy is going to work better for you. Just being really grounded in the action that you are taking and letting that be enough. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. I really appreciate your being here. And just so you know, I do have a tarot class that will be launching soon. So if you would like an update on that, make sure you sign up for my newsletter. The link is in the description box below. And you get a free Dealing with Family meditation when you sign up, along with weekly readings from me. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one or find out more ways to work with me, make sure that you head over to onyxhealing.com. Check me out on Instagram at onyxhealing. And if you would like to know which decks I used in this month's reading, make sure that you check out the description box as well. They are all listed out for you. And make sure you subscribe and leave a thumbs up and a comment if anything resonates. And I will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.